Okay. Uh, Thank you all for coming. Clearly, I'm very disappointed in the result tonight, but I do want you to know first and foremost, I did call my opponent, Senator Fasano, to concede. He was very gracious in accepting my call, and I congratulate him on his effort. What I'd like to do is thank a number of people and offer a few comments. The first is that there are a lot of people that I really need to thank, because this really is a team effort. It has been a team effort the entire time, and I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge all the people who worked so hard on my behalf and on behalf of this campaign. First, I'd like to thank my dad, Al Fontana, and my stepmother, Marianne Fontana, for their love and support throughout this process. I could not have done it without them. Time and time again, when I needed something, they were there for me. They've always been there for me, and I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for their love and support throughout this process. I also like to thank my campaign team, especially Patrick Romano and Russell Paul, as well as Connor Pfeiffer, and all of the canvassers who worked on my behalf. They put 110% into this race, and it could not have gone as well as it did without their help. So I want to thank them for everything that they invested in this campaign and for all their support throughout the process. I'd also like to thank my finance team, Sarah Ziz and Tessa Marquis, for all the great work they did. I could not have done it without them. They kept an eye like a hawk on all the money and made sure everything worked out. And again, they were tremendous in this process, especially early on. And it being the first campaign, not just the first Senate campaign, but the first campaign period to qualify for public financing. And in each town, I'd like to thank a number of people who were critical to my effort. In Durham, I'd like to thank Chairman Dee Dee Levy, along with Karen Cheney, Elmer Clark, Betty Long, and Bob Fulton. In North Haven, I'd like to thank Walt Spader, Janet McCarty, Fran Bartlett, Pat Carter, Ron Smoko, Sue Hoffman, Kim Carlin, Pam Sletton, Gary Konopka, Patty Jackson Marshall, Letty McFedrin, and Joe Anastasia. In East Haven, I'd like to thank Chairman Gene Rocco, along with Carol Scalise, Frank and Judy Capone, Andy Esposito, Danny Hoff, State Representative James Albus, and State Representative Roland Lamar of New Haven, along with Jack and Sue Stacy, Sam Giglio, and Elena Quinto. Finally, in the great town of Wallingford, I'd like to thank, first off, Chairman Vinnie Avalone. No one could ask for a more supportive town chairman, and I really am very pleased by his support and thankful for it, along with Sam Carmody, Debbie Reynolds, Pat Dorenzo, Bill Comerford, Pete Gouveia, Jason Zandri, Bill Nolan, Amelia Manna-Erdman, State Representative Mary Mashinsky, Pat Bentley, Dave Leonardo, and Kathy Avery. Finally, I'd like to thank my friends at the Communication Workers of America, Bill Henderson and Jason Riccio, and Matt Wagner of Fairfield, who volunteered on my